And the Lone Druid pick is to end the game. So I kind of like the weird nature of it, but if you ever were to see these heroes in these roles, it would be kind of this scenario, right? You have the Storm, the Night Stalker, the Io, they kind of all enable each other in that kind of first couple night times of fight. So, it's really exciting to see. It can, of course, just fall flat if Dusa gets to 4 or 5 items. Where is going to be that perfect damage source to kill her off? But in the early game, BetBoom, they need to make some pretty good moves.
They certainly do, yeah. They need to enable their own draft, which, I'm expecting them to be able to do. And it's kind of about how Thunder Awaken can weather the storm. But they also have quite a lot to fight back with as well. Do you think this is going to be the kind of the Earth Spirit show in terms of the first kind of 20, 25 minutes of the game for Saddams?
If you're a Thunder Awaken fan, I think you'd hope that occurs. But I think you just need to be careful because it's not as if he's going to be getting off the perfect kills. We've already mentioned how Io and Venge are going to annoy Earth Spirit quite a lot. I think if they're in good position, Saturn can actually bait himself into certain engagements. But no, the real question here is, does he go for that Vessel? Does he try and take away some of that healing? But he needs to have a good game for Thunder Awaken. Oh, nothing good.
Just pop back over, trying to go for the cheeky steal. TPs, the root doesn't cancel that, so Bear gets away. All right, so we need a nice clean mid lane coming out from Thunder Awaken, and for BetBoom, to be honest. I mean, again, it's on them to find the aggression and make it happen. I'm interested. I mean, I was kind of asking this earlier, but where does why not just put the Lone Druid in the safe lane? Why is it Night Stalker in the safe lane? Is it just matchups?
Yeah, probably matchup based, but also it could be player preference. I think Nightfall and Pure both carry players who have been in the offlane before, and this does feel the type of draft where they're kind of leaning into the we'll both be carry offlaner style players rather than having that kind of traditional one single carry to focus. So yeah, I don't mind it. I think there's always, when you have these players that have that kind of depth of hero pool, you should be leaning into some of these strats. I think you can't just be regimented. We need that traditional offlane, that traditional carry. And also with Lone Druid nowadays, he likes to go for like Diffusal Blade, Harpoon, items that actually go into Medusa quite well if you could lock your bear onto her. So yeah, I think this is, again, there's a lot of nice layers to BetBoom, BetBoom's lineup, and I'd like to see it succeed because I like seeing fresh takes, and this does feel like very much like a fresh take coming into TI. The road to TI, not TI, the road to TI.
Still.
Yeah, it's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both. Well, through, I guess Io is going to be, I overcharged level 1 on Io. All right, just blasting away at MJ's head. Good luck trading with that guy. It's a scary ball of light. Chasing him back. So bottom lane already a little bit of brawling taking back his Illich and Nightfall trading hits pretty heavily. Toronto Tokyo getting stuck in as well. Bramble Maze, very annoying to play into.
Yeah, this bot lane for BetBoom is going to be probably the worst lane for them. You've got Avenge in your lane, so not the best 5 to bring the lane into it, unless you have like a Gyrocopter. And then on top of it, you have a Night Stalker who's Daywalker, right? Pretty much an AFK type hero until you get like phase boots in that first night time. So for BetBoom, they just need to make sure they can get everything they can in the early couple waves, just to make sure they don't get awkwardly killed off and just kind of catapult the Brewmaster into the game.
Yeah. Oh, Nightfall playing the Night Stalker. Oh, right, okay.
There we go.
Staying on brand. Very important, very important.
Took you some time.
To make sure people remember the name, You're on the international stage. Yeah, makes sense. Yes, this bear isn't getting a lot done, but MJZ also not really getting a lot done either, as he's just being harassed down by the bear, by the annoying Io plinking away. And finally we have a point in Tether. Now it's a tethered overcharged bear running at you. Gotta respect that. But again, two ranged heroes able to keep their distance pretty nicely from Pure. And his lovely Maximilian Brock. That's what he's named his bear. Maximilian Brocker.
I do love just the names on bears. Oh, we got a little bit of aggression on Brood, but I think too crazy. The other cool thing as well, by the way, with having the Lone Druid play the off lane and not in the safe lane, it frees up your position for Io, to actually make moves on the map. I think if you put Night Stalker laning into the Medusa, your IO is going to be locked into this lane the entire time. But of course, with most lone druids, they get to the point within the game that's like, wait a second, he's level 5, 6, he can be independent, and now suddenly Storm at the 6-minute mark has the bottle rune secured, has the amplification, getting thrown around, farming the jungle.
Illich, heavy hits down in the bottom lane onto the Brewmaster. It's going to be okay for the time being because all they've really got... Oh, head on, mid, roll in. GPK will be all right. Just a bit of cheeky trading going on across the board. Everybody getting kind of low, but nobody dropping as of yet. No first blood.
And they see us heavily going the way of BetBoom right now. 20-4 on the Storm Spirit to the 14-0 of Earth Spirit. And the other cores as well. Slowly building up quite a small laning advantage. Who do you think's dying in mid lane first between the two? Earth Spirit or
In
Storm?
mid lane.
No, I'm not saying it's not now. I'm just quick little predict. Who do you think's going down first?
I'll go for Sudden because I'm not sure anyone's going to rotate on the Storm pre-level 6 due to how the side lanes are going.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, well thought out answer. You weren't ready for that, were you?
I mean, I was watching Knight rotate onto mid, so I was really excited to see that go the opposite way.
Just immediately.
Yeah.
Oh no, Maximilian Brooker in the top lane, getting low. Run, Quakever. It's going to be okay. Scary times. Hey, people thought he didn't make it to TI, but here he is in bare form.
Yeah, I hope he's getting a % of that TI cut, to be fair. If he's...
Oh, bottom lane, brawling taking place, and it will be Toronto Tokyo going down first. Illich getting very low at the same time as well, but again, once they've used their nukes, they just don't seem to have anything left in the tank.
Yeah. Damage is BetBoom's biggest opponent right now, and of course, Illich. Plus Knight, the Brewmaster in is such a potent lane. If you step up a little bit too far, you're just going to get caught by the Cinder Brew, the Bramble Maze, and of course get brought down.
Can we just mention, by the way, we have Knight, okay, obviously the carrier for Thunder. Then we have Knight, the position 4 of Thunder. Then we have Nightfall playing Night Stalker. So, yeah.
Lack of originality. Yep, checks out.
No, mid lane, GPK gets a kill into Slad and Sudden goes through it aggressively. Sorry, I was covering much more important things, but there was a fight going on at mid which resulted in the Earth Spirit's untimely demise. And that is a very, very big deal.
Important, big solo kill there. Of course, Spirit tries to go for a little bit of punishment, but yeah, GPK, Tower Aura, nice positioning, no rotations coming from anyone on the map.
No. Yeah, bottom lane, they're all out of juice due to the constant brawling going on, and top lane, kind of a similar story. I mean, I'm not really going to rotate in on many of these heroes, to be fair. Maybe the Enchantress comes across, but not today.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see. I feel like Thunder Awaken should be the team that makes the first moves. When we have Willow and Enchantress, these supports thrive on just rotating around. And with Night Stalker in one lane, like, your Brew's never going to die solo to him, surely. So already the supports are making those moves. Yeah.
Yeah, GPK does have the level 6 now, though, so he can just run himself up to the high ground. Sladham trying to keep it going here on Toronto Tokyo, but he's absolutely fine, so nothing really going to come of this.
The supports get back to the side lanes. The Joy Wisdom runes are going to be spawning in about 35 seconds. Doesn't look like anyone's in an aggressive position to steal away their opponent, so I expect it to be a solid 1-for-1 trade.
Nightfall again on the bottom line, just being harried, but not kind of panicking and running into the brambles, which are placed behind him, but moving to the side sensibly, so... And yeah, it is GPK now picking up this Falcon Blade. So Brown Boots Falcon Blade is going to be the
opponent, so I expect it to be a solid 1-for-1 trade.
Nightfall again on the bottom line, just being harried, but not kind of panicking and running into the brambles, which are placed behind him, but moving to the side sensibly, so... And yeah, it is GPK now picking up this Falcon Blade. So Brown Boots Falcon Blade is going to be the call from him. Something we've been seeing quite a lot on Storm Spirits recently. Very interesting.
Yeah. Just make sure you have that extra bit of damage, extra bit of mana regen. I feel like this Storm should be looking to buy some of the cheaper items in the toolkit. Make sure that you can play for that first item timing. I am intrigued to kind of think about what Night Stalker is going to go for. They are trying to punish Brewmaster. whilst the Willow went for the Wisdom Rune. But again,
Yeah,
just
but no
lacking
level
that
6
bit of
on Night
damage.
Stalker, so yeah, can't really finish the job.
The fact that Night Stalker has 9 seconds of silence once he gets his ultimate, because it's 4.5 seconds, refresh, and again, like, imagine being silenced for 9 seconds at like, what, minute 8 of a game. That is pretty cool.
Really cool, I would say, yeah, really cool.
Well, what's global anyway? It's 4.5 seconds for silencer.
Oh, they might have caught him. They might have caught him. Illich, he does actually find Toronto Tokyo, and he will be brought down. So, BetBoom settle the score down on the bottom side, making it 1-for-1 down here.
Maybe seeing the stacks there. Yeah, Thunder Awaken, they step a little bit too much there, I think. That may be the repercussion of the Wisdom Rune, right? The Willow leaves the lane.
Yeah.
Night Stalker gets a couple waves for free because of the time spent waiting for the Wisdom. Gets the early levels. Venge doesn't really leave. He understands the way to say, I can't get this. And in doing so, you know, Offset was a pretty good start for Thunder Awaken in the off lane. Level 6 going the way of Night Stalker first. He actually didn't even level his ultimate. He's going for the farming build, going for 3 points in Hunter in the night. Looking to get that Midas.
Alrighty. Be slightly slower from the Night Stalker then, but, you know, he is a position 1, so that's kind of what we expect. And I'm looking over towards this Earth Spirit now. I mean, one thing which the Willow did as well as going for the Wisdom Rune is he then went to secure the Power Rune for Slatums, which is why we kind of had this Brewmaster being alone for so long and eventually resulting in his death. So we kind of need to see something being made happen, but Shield Rune's not really that great for rotating with, is it?
It's like, where does Slatum want to go though, right? Like, he's not going for the Vessel build, he's going for a Blade Mail. Lone Druid's already got a Diffusal Blade in the off lane. 55 CS12 denies, went pretty much just naked Diffusal Blade, so very farmed on that front. I feel like if you are Thunder Awaken right now, the game does feel a little bit uncomfortable, and if they are to try and get themselves into some moves, they need to sync up the Earth Spirit plus the Brewmaster with the double supports and just kind of overwhelm one lane. But until they do that, then they are going to be victim to not really making any big moves. Okay, they're smoking top. Lone Druid has stepped up a little bit. But Pure.
Can they punish?
They do have
They
the
need
ward
to make
in the lane.
something happen here, Thunder. Roll doesn't connect. They do see Pure. Pure immediately going to slam down that ultimate and get himself that extra HP. Do they have the damage regardless, though? That is a question. And Pure doesn't seem to be getting any help here. There is a stun from Toronto Tokyo, but it's too late. Pure will die. And Slatum finally finds something on this map.
No points in
Yeah,
Savage
goes
at
straight
all.
in and gets the Invis rune as well, yeah. GPK going aggressively onto the Earth Spirit here. Earth Spirit, he's got 13-1 charges, should be absolutely fine. And yeah, GPK just letting him know who's boss more than anything.
Yeah, you're going to poke him a little bit there. And then the fact that Lone Druid didn't have a single point in Savage Roar, wasn't able to turn around the missed roll into quick Savage Roar, potential disengage. He's going for a farm-heavy build. He's actually holding the point, actually. He's got 1 point just chilling. Of course, on Lone Druid, you want to hold the point in your bear to then be able to resummon it, get a root off under that aggression. He didn't want to level the Roar mid-fight in the hope to keep himself alive.
Yep. Just that greedy, would you say?
I think if he had Storm in the area, then yes, because like, well, Storm can turn around and take the fight, but it clearly looked like no one on BetBoom wanted to make that rotation. So like, just die, man. Just, you got 4 dudes coming around to pressure you. Don't ruin your own game just to try and make this one little clutch play. And you've already got nearly a 6,000 net worth Storm Spirit synced up with the IO. A 2,000 gold lead pretty much over the enemy counterpart, who has been making a lot more rotations.
And here we go, GPK jumping out onto MJZ, and we'll be able to bring him down. A nice little rotation there from GPK. Save, linking up with him as well.
The jungle helping
quite
out
a lot.
The hill troll broke the Enter as well, so GPK started the fight without even having to care about the ultimate on the Enchantress.
That's pretty
He put him
unfortunate.
down to like a third HP for free. Oh, thanks for the break, mate.
Great break, mate.
I rate it 8 out of 8.
Well, BetBoom, are you going to defend this bottom tower? I mean, I feel like you can, but giving Illich a chance to find a decent primal split is not what you want. Knight and Slatum just sitting behind in the cover of the smoke, ready to respond, so feels like this should be a tower going the way of Thunder. And yeah, Pure and Nightfall, they're just chilling together up in the top lane, even farming the same camp. How adorable.
The joy of the Twin Gates, right? Just I'm not
go.
punished for going to the wrong side of the map. Swap into
feel like
silence.
they can take this one. Let's see, Swap comes out immediately into the silence. Great combo there. They need to get this Brewmaster's ult off. He's stunned up. He's being brought down. He can't do it. No primal split means no fight for the side of Thunder. And now they're going to lose more. Sladham's going to fall as well. They'll go towards MJZ. Nightfall even hunting for the +1 on tonight as MJZ very slowly getting taken down by the right clicks of Pure of Toronto Tokyo. And it'll take some time, but he will eventually fall. Stun is there from Toronto Tokyo. And that is the issue. That is the Night Stalker factor, the crippling sphere silencing up the Brew.
What a great combination. But also the discipline there from BetBoom, right? The Twin Gate top, wait a second, they're still just aggressing bottom. So you return, Toronto Tokyo's in position. They're using that tree line beautifully to punish a very aggressively positioned Brewmaster. At this stage of the game, Thunder Awaken, they can't really progress the map state. They can't kill towers too easily. Unfortunately, Brewmaster is going to be the only hero to do it, outside of maybe an edge creep doing it, but that's not enough really. So yeah, they are getting punished. And for now, if you are Thunder Awaken, it's don't fall victim to doing nothing every time BetBoom fights you. Like BetBoom, it's daytime, Night Stalker's on 70-second cooldown. This is a window to return to this tier 1 tower, take it, and then start making moves. I feel like against Night Stalker, if you ever just kind of sit back and let your opponent make all the moves, it's going to be so difficult. But again, GPK straight onto mid lane.
He's going to be all right. He's a tanky boy in the Spirit. Even has the Blade Mail now as well, just delivered. So pretty tricky target to bring down 100 to 0, but just constantly harrying him, you know, keeping his bottle charges low. It's really annoying for this Spirit and stops him being very present on the map.
The farm is so disgusting on GPK. He's like 9,000 gold basically. Whew.
Yeah, this is pretty barbaric.
Witchblade, Kaya, Falcon Blade, Bottled Haste Rune, level 12, coming to like the 15-minute mark. How do you even kill him? Like, where's the stuns to kill him off? You're gonna have to hit some incredible Bramble Maze into Shadow Realm plus full Earth Spirit combination to even get close to killing off this hero. He doesn't have mana right now, but again, that Haste Rune giving GPK the confidence to do as he wishes.
Not only that, he's also had the IO for most of the game as well. Like, Save and GPK have been best buds, just holding hands around the map, skipping around, killing jungle, killing heroes. Really buffing up this Storm Spirit. Again, not what I would have expected. I'd expected this IO to be with his position 1 Night Stalker, but no, chooses to put his trust in GPK in, absolutely paying off. The man is doing bits. And now, they do find someone, probably not who they really want to bring down, but they'll take it anyway. MJZ will fall.
Good use of the compendium line there as well. Congratulations, MJZ.
Very nice.
Little poke there from the bench. Go for a D-Ward. Knight. He has the man to complete. He is level 12. Like, he is doing a very good job, of course, stabilizing his own game. The thing with Medusa and kind of the current state is always when you leave the jungle, what's that item after Manta? He pokes the head in the bot and
showing on a wave without his team behind him, out of mana, but does manage to get the ultimate off. That is the saving grace for Knight right here, and Toronto Tokyo might be taking a fall here. Illich will be able to bring him down again. No primal split coming out just yet because BetBoom are just gone. Like, the moment that ultimate comes out from the Medusa, they had a very clear communication here to say, if that ult comes off, we are out skis. But Sladham, he's been caught just walking up to the Twin Gate, and he's going to get brought down here. Didn't expect the entire team just be rocking up through the Twin Gate, and yeah, just walks into 4 heroes. Unlucky.
Yeah, the speed in which they made that play, right? It's the fight bottom, instant disengage on Stone Gates, Twin Gate to top, look for that global punishment. Don't allow Thunder Awaken any breathing room. And instantly back into bot lane, all right? You want to keep playing here? Like, I think Thunder Awaken, they're playing from behind already at the 60-minute mark, but playing near the Twin Gates is not the best thing to do here. You're just amplifying BetBoom's ability just to be present in every engagement. And for Smiling Knight,
if at home, you know, if you do put your finger over like the very top part of the net worth chart, game looks pretty even. It looks maybe a little Thunder favored perhaps, but unfortunately the Storm Spirit is in the game, and that causes some issues. But you know, Thunder Awakens fans, you can try that one for yourselves.
Oh, Pure in the bot lane.
Let's see, Illich, is he going to finally pop a primal split? Yes, he is. It's split time, baby. Going to look to bring down Toronto Tokyo. Taking a bit of time as the rest of the team trying to bring down Pure at the same time, but GPK just finds Knight on the sidelines. Now jumping in for more. Sladham will fall also. GPK just taking anybody he wants right now. MJZ going to be the next target. Medusa thought about coming to this one, but then changed her mind. Getting out at 3 heroes from Thunder just get absolutely dropped. Beastmaster just pieces out on the other side.
Don't have the damage. Like we mentioned in the draft for Thunder Awaken, a lot of their damage in their line is just over time. The Nuisance of Edge, the Medusa split shot, the Earth Spirit Magnetize, even like the Brewmaster split as well. Like everything's just existence. For BetBoom, they're so much more cutthroat at this point. Venge, Storm, these heroes can just rip through you, amping each other up, enabling, and also Lone Druid tanky enough to survive to get everyone into that fight as well. I think Thunder Awaken, they are afraid to make any moves. Then Medusa showed on the lane for a second, instantly had to pop Stone Gaze, lost all her mana, nearly died. They go for a quick pick onto Avenge or to a Lone Druid. They failed it and 3 or 4 heroes died. At this point in the game already, you need to start asking yourself, can we make an aggressive move? You're playing into a Night Stalker, it's nighttime, there's Relocate. This is incredibly scary right now for Thunder Awaken. They just got to sit back and hit some creeps, I feel. And you can see it with the Midas pickup on this Brewmaster. Oh, and well, he's dead.
Brew, once again, gonna get brought down. Double damage rule on GPK just to really hammer it home as well. Probably wasn't even necessary, but nevertheless, gets it done. Nightfall, thinking of jumping in on this one. And wow, they're actually committing to this. Storm, maybe this is a bite too far forward. Nice little dodge there. Jump in out. He's running out of mana though, running out of health as well. Nightfall popping the ultimate, refreshing the silence, trying to keep him alive, and the recall comes out from the IO, keeping him alive. Meanwhile, Nightfall, he's kind of alone here. Knight's going to come back in and try and beat him down. IO and GPK, they're not going to come back in together. It's just going to be save alone. But Nightfall, wait. He just TP's out in the trees. Oh my god, Thunder Awaken. They cannot get anything.
Oh, this is so difficult. Thunder Awaken, they just don't have the control, right? Like, they get distracted from the Night Stalker, they see him low, they chase him, then they kind of miss time, they Relocate coming back in as well, so they don't get the free kill on the Ire instead. Everything right now is just not going the way of Thunder Awaken. BetBoom making all the moves, and it is paying off.
It's just not really coming together for them on Thunder right now. They need to find some sort of respite in this game, some sort of pickup which means something. That was almost it, you know, GPK, that was aggressive. That could have been a pretty detrimental play, but they managed to play their way out of it.
Dire's bottom tower
Save with the big save.
Really, man, on day one?
Yeah, I'm getting them out the way early. God. That's my plan.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think Thunder, they are pretty asleep right now. I hope they do Awaken later on. There you go. You want me to try and do something?
Playing all our cards at once.
I mean, you're airing your...
Sure, let's get him out the way. And, you know, Lone Druid just farming away. Just pure free farm. All right, I think we're done.
Yeah, we are.
Our careers, that is.
Don't forget that TI, of course, there's no delay on the stream, so can just see the live reactions.
I will not.
I might. No, I'm not, don't worry. Or am I?
I'm a little surprised that Nightfall hasn't picked up the shard yet, unless it's coming out to him on his courier right now. No, it is not. I feel like you just eat the Enchantress's creeps. It's kind of fun, but...
Radiant are scanning.
BetBoom also are actively stocking their Wisdom runes, by the way. They've walked past 2 Wisdom runes. Like, they walked past 1. Okay, now Pure's going for it. Of course, because of how aggressive they were being, they didn't care about the 14-minute, and there's no way Thunder Awaken were playing that close. And then they walked past and wait a second, 21 minutes coming up. Let's just wait for that double Wisdom, get the 21-minute effect on both of them instead. I feel like that's something I haven't seen from MJZ on the Enchantress. I feel like kind of in the build-up to TI, we saw a lot of just summoners summoning their creep and just throwing it at the Wisdom rune. And it's like, if they're there, whatever. If they're not there, I get to deny it. And I've yet to see that in this game at the 7, 14, or 21-minute mark. But hopefully we do get to see some of those shenanigans, maybe later in this game or later in other games across the international.
Radiant are scanning.
Indeed. I'm sure we shall, Tigana. Do not worry. People love innovating.
That's why Spirit Breaker is going to be bonkers good this TI.
You
Or
reckon?
completely unpicked. Yeah, I mean, they buffed it by the 5% damage again. Like, the way that Ice Frog looks at Spirit Breaker, like every other patch, it's like, how can I change the damage he does to creeps? And they always like tweak it to being slightly good or not good enough where you need to buy items. And right now he's in the spot where it's like phase boots plus bulldoze maxed. You're killing creep waves again for free, pretty much. So I'd be surprised if this hero wasn't picked up at least once. It might even be in another game right now. I don't know. I'm tuned into this
Yeah,
one
that's what I'm wondering. What is going on? Do we have any Lunas? Do we have any Muertas? You know, do we have any Dark Willow carries? Looking at you, LGD. Maybe. Meanwhile, in this game, we got Roshan. BetBoom are thoroughly in the pit. Taking him down. No response coming out from Thunder Awaken. No surprise there, really. I mean, you know, Medusa, she is big. She's getting to the point where you can't really ignore her anymore. Butterfly, Manta, this hero packs a bit of a punch.
For Knight at least, it's, guys, I know the game's difficult, but if I can get to like Manta Skadi, then I'm going to be able to at least hold my ground. I think for Thunder Awaken, they need to make sure that the next fight they take is the game deciding fight, in my opinion. Like if they lose it, suddenly we're talking about maybe tier 3s getting lost, barracks falling. But if Thunder Awaken can take a fight in a place where they're kind of cushioned by their vision, maybe, I think realistically it needs to be at their base at the tier 3s. Don't allow Night Stalker new angles to wrap around, because if they take a fight in open terrain, there's no way you're stopping the Storm and Night Stalker from freely roaming throughout. Ooh. And that's why I think Thunder Awaken, they have quite nicely dodged all aggression, right? Give up the Aegis, don't contest, play super scared, and hope that at some point BetBoom get nervous when they go high ground. Because Thunder, they do have ways to annoy them, right? Like if BetBoom want to go high ground, it's Lone Druid walks up to hit the building. If you kick him back from on an Earth Spirit, now suddenly Night Stalker and Storm need to chase in to save him. Like there's ways for Thunder Awaken to construct a fight that is advantageous, even though they are down by 8k gold. It just takes a lot of discipline to like stick to that plan the entire time and then wait for that chance to arise.
MJZ, meanwhile, is on Mission Impossible. You talked about the Wisdom Runes. Well, he's gone. He's taken the Watcher. He's placed an Observer Ward. He's got some things done. He's cooking.
And Thunder Awaken are kind of cooking, right? Like, look at the wide items. Heart soon complete on Earth Spirit. Radiant soon complete on Brewmaster. Like, they're kind of scaling. Like, even the Willow went back for a Midas. Like, they have fully subscribed
oh my God.
to, boys, we're not winning it in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We're waiting for like a 50-minute. Like, if Thunder Awaken are winning this game, we're talking like 4-5 Roshan, 60 minutes. Like, the whole shebang to get them into it. And I'm here for it. I'm down for game one. Let's just make the entire day like a 16, 17 hour day.
Yeah, so make the first series take like 3 hours and all of a sudden everything's out of whack. Good job. Meanwhile, Knight is getting caught out a little bit here. The silence is down. I mean, managed to get off the Stone Gaze, but they've played it beautifully. Come back in. Medusa, she's trying to stand her ground. She's trying to fight up into this right now, but I'm not sure she's going to be able to. The mana is back, but the health is now going. Medusa staying alive a little bit longer than I expected. It does finally fall. They're just too tanky on the side of BetBoom. The entire team is just not here on the side of Thunder either, so they are just going to be able to rip through them regardless. Man, messy fights, but when you find that Medusa, you know, I feel like the whole team needs to immediately get there from Thunder Awaken, but they don't want to fight into this Aegis. They just don't want to try and turn this into anything.
It's just too early of a fight, no? Like, the Brewmaster, he just completed the Radiance on his career there. Like, imagine if that was the Radiance reveal with the Brewmaster. Like, Night Stalker would have died. Completely different story, I feel. Like, sure,
yeah, it could have been enough.
Her death would have been inevitable, but you would have got some of these big ticket turnaround kills like Night Stalker and Storm. They're on streaks right now. You kill a couple of these streaks off when you're down 9k. That's the start of the comeback, but yeah, Thunder Awaken, after a good 8-9 minutes of quite disciplined farm, they do get picked off eventually, and just like a minute difference could have been such a pivotal moment for them, but yeah. And now for BetBoom, at least, in the back of their minds, they're like, wait a second, we're up, we're crushing this game, but we didn't lose the fight, but like they could feel how awkward that engagement was, and of course items for Thunder Awaken will be just making it even more difficult. Especially when you look at this like carry v carry, right? Oh, Storm zipping around.
Yeah, he's found Knight here, and he's going to be able to bring him down. Godlike now in GPK. He's absolutely rolling this game at the moment. But again, you know, Storm just not a hero which finishes games, and that is something BetBoom will eventually need to look at, and that kind of comes in with Pure.
Yeah, he is the key component to ending this game. He has the MKB, Harpoon Diffusal. He can rip through towers. He has plenty of attack speed, especially with the overcharge and the IO. Like, buildings will fall if he has the time to get them. Illich, seen by Nightfall in the bot lane.
Yeah, I think he might be a goner. Even tried to go for the split there, didn't happen, so he's just going to get brought down, especially with the relocation coming in. Refresh on the silence just to make sure there's absolutely no chance of him getting out of this one. And there goes a Panda.
Oh, poor Enchantress.
Jesus.
No. Run.
The boys are here. Nightfall running over the tree line. Oh boy. It's a slow death, but a death nonetheless. Getting punched in the back of the head by Nightfall.
Skadi complete on Medusa. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
This is such a. It just feels like the classic Medusa game, where Thunder Awaken is, you know, throwing bodies, farming the, you know, the extremities of the map, and at some point, they're like, you know what, Medusa can do it, right? Hold. Boy, he's oh wait, oof, he's 0-1 in 3 as well. Actually, this is the
perfect Medusa
perfect carry game, yeah.
Just fighting with the bear right now. I mean, Pure is in the neighborhood as well. GPK coming over. They managed to find the Medusa again here, turning up the fights just when the team's not quite behind you. Night falls. Sladam goes down as well. Illich tries to get into the middle of this. I mean, they might be able to take down Safe, but not even that. The swap is there to try and get the IO to safety. The Brewlings will be able to finish him off at the very least. They find something out of this, but it really is scraping the barrels. Night will fall as well. Nightfall going to be the fall of Night as MJZ gets himself away. I mean, at least someone survives, I guess, but it will not be Illich as he gets killed off as well.
We're just not seeing.
You just got to question it, like, you see the bear. Is that really the target? You just want to sit and hit, you know, giving BetBoom a chance to get over. Like, they don't take a long time to get across this map.
He has an MKB on the bear as well. It's not even as if this is like a diffusal harpoon hitting a Medusa. Like, Medusa's main defensive tool right now is the stats from the Skadi plus the evasion of the butterfly. When Lone Druid, his bear alone was pretty much solo killing Medusa with the MKB. I just feel like Thunder Awaken, they missed the beat on that previous engagement with not having the Radiance on the Brewmaster. Again, Medusa getting picked off a bit too early before a team could help her out. Again, this is kind of credit to how BetBoom are playing. Ooh.
But no, they're jumping in. They actually want to take the fight regardless. They managed to get the swallow on the Medusa, putting her way out of position, out of mana, out of health. Down she goes again. The Medusa cannot find a way into the game. Killed off, 60 seconds, no Medusa. They think they get something here. They don't even want much. They don't want a hero. They just want Maximilian Brooker. And they don't get him. There's the name of the bear, to be clear, if you missed that one earlier. These people think I'm going literally insane. It's been a very clean game. GPK especially, jumping in, down goes Knight, looks across, down goes MJZ. I think this one's over, and they think so as well. GG is called, and game number 1, it goes to BetBoom in a very convincing fashion.
Incredibly methodical from BetBoom. The way they set up the lanes, putting the Lone Druid in the